All right. Hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. It is not quite morning streaming time yet. We are almost on days, waking up at about 10 o'clock. So I figured I'd give myself a little time to settle in, take Nash for a walk. He's right there, eating his hippo. He's a big dog. He's got like the biggest dog bed I could find, and it's still too small for him. So, yay! Happy Sunday! Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Lizzie. So I have some stuff to show you guys, obviously. But I did get some stickers in the mail. I got a cool, fun package that I'm going to show you that has something to do with the Medallion Club, and we'll go from there. So, super fun. All right. If you didn't catch it this morning, Lynn Castles Caldwell, who did the finish work on Tiger Lily and Firestorm, did a review show and tell. She got models because she is in the club for this year, whereas I have not received my models yet because I am not in the club normally. But that's okay. I imagine that they are on their way. Eventually, I'll get them in my cold hands and behead at least one of them. So maybe that's why they're waiting. They're like, we don't want you beheading them. We want other people to get them first so they don't cry. It might be an actual thing. So yeah. What else? He's like, my hippo squeaks. He loves squeakers. That's his thing. Yeah, so she did a quick review, talked a little bit about the colors, talked about how Briar represented her paint jobs, which is really cool. So if you want to check that out, she is Snowdrift Studios on Facebook and Instagram. Let's see. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Kim. Yeah, he loves the squeakies. That's his favorite thing. He's not a rope toy dog. He's not really a chewer. He'll chew on bones and he'll chew on treats, but squeaky things are his favorite. And if they're tiny and delicate, he loves that for whatever reason. I've got a little Deadpool that's got rope inside of it and then crinkly bits. He loves the crinkly bits. He loves the fact that it squeaks. It's kind of cool. So he's pretty chill. And it's nice and cool in the basement, so he's enjoying that quite a lot. I'm definitely making sure that I'm getting out and getting air and having water and stuff at a regular basis because that is not something I'm very good at as a general rule. So here is screen share, Facebook. This is Lynn's page, Snowdrift Studios, Equine Art by Lynn Castles Caldwell. She set up the event, and then that's the little video. She's waving too. That's kind of fun. So yeah, she did her stream. I reposted it to the studio page on Facebook, but not on Instagram. So check that out there. I don't know if she streamed that to Instagram too, but I think maybe she did. Hi, you. What did you find? You want to come say hi? Okay, hold on. We have a dog that wants to come say hi. Come on. Hush. Come on. He's like, I don't know if I want to be on TV. You were telling me. You didn't get me ready. Come here. Say hi. So he is a German Shepherd, they think, crossed with a Mastiff. And he's huge, as you can tell. There you go, boy. He's very well behaved. He doesn't bark really. He doesn't have really any weird things he does. When Chris met him, he met him before he was put up for adoption, and he was really chill then. So that was a good indicator to us that he might be a good fit. But he's about 2, they think, and he is about the size of a miniature horse. Which is giant. Come say hi. Look, come say hi. Very floppy ears, very cuddle buggy, very handsome. No eating ponies. He hasn't actually, even if you have food out, he's not super interested. Like, he's interested in the food, but he's not rude about anything. He takes treats super gentle with his tongue, and he's just a good boy all around. He's sniffed resins and sniffed briars, and he's not super interested in chewing legs off, but we're going to be mindful of those sorts of things. So, and he is just barely short enough to fit under the desk, right? You barely fit. Loves neck screeches. Very good boy. And his toe beans, his whole paw is about just a little bigger than the whole palm of my hand, which is not exactly small. Good boy. He's like, no, I'm coming back for more cuddles. And then he'll just stick his head down on my lap and want love. He's a very good boy. Very nice. Walks without pulling. Doesn't cause trouble. Polite when he takes food. Kind of apathetic to a lot, which is interesting. He doesn't get super riled up by much. But when we go outside and we play with the squeaky toy, then he's like, it's game on, man. And he could leap across the whole backyard. We have a fairly big backyard in like 3 big leapy strides. So yeah, he's very cute. Morning or afternoon, Bobby. Hi, Zaya. And then gentle giants are the best. Yeah, it's kind of a good mix if that's what he's mixed with. It seems like he's got the intelligence from the German Shepherd and the chill from the Mastiff. Very protective of me already. And we got him on Monday, so he hasn't even been here very long, which is kind of cool. But he's bonding to Chris really well too. He's got, all sorts of fun stuff ahead of him. We have obedience classes that we're going to take. Not that he needs them, but it's a good refresher for me and a good refresher for him. And it gets him around some other dogs before we take him out meeting people. He went one today, though, and he did really good. So there'll be obedience classes that we're going to take in the beginning of November, just one day, kind of a week. And it was they wanted us to do at least one class with his adoption. It was a mandatory thing because he is so large. They were scared that whoever got him was not going to be able to handle him. And if he wanted to just take off and pull you across whatever, he probably could. He's big. He's about 95 pounds. So he's almost 100 pounds, and he's probably going to fill out a little bit more. But yeah, big puppy. So yeah, he'll be helping, making sure there's quality assurance and a little bit of puppy love in each of the boxes. So there is that. He's a very, very good boy. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. That's been like the biggest thing. I've been hyperfixating on all the things dog, trying to figure out how to best manage all of his stuff. There's a really cool dog park. I think I might have mentioned it the last time on one side of town that you can rent out privately and let them run through the trees and then go meet up with your friends there. And all your dogs can get together kind of in a big space and enjoy themselves. And then they have some agility areas if you wanted to do that, and obstacles and things just to play around if you want some different mental stimulation. So it's kind of cool. I'm very excited. It'll be a good, fun change. It's getting me out moving my body more, which is probably going to keep me healthier. And mentally, if not physically. So there's also that. And yeah, it's always good to have company and stuff. So I tend to be a basement troll, so it's hard to be out and about with people. I think last time I showed you that I did get Heath with the pin, but he still has a head. So for those of you that were concerned that he was going to lose a head, he has not yet. What else did I get in the mail? I got my Paint Pony Studios Halloween sticker, which I think is one of my favorites yet, just with the design of it. So the whole background's kind of a metallic in that paint streak, and for whatever reason, my brain loves the paint streaks. And then we've got the Headless Horseman riding his purple horse, and all the purples I really like. Might be on a purple kick lately, but it's very cool. So that's kind of fun. I got a couple of new pens in the mail, actually, that I can show you guys because it's fun. This one's kind of unicorny. It's an iridescent Kaweco Sport. It's supposed to be a pocket pen, so you can make a reasonably normal size pen, but it's small enough that you can fit it in your pocket, and it's not going to take up the whole room of everything because your bigger pens are significantly bigger, generally speaking. But it was unicorn colored, so I had to. And then I got a Pilot Custom 90 or 743 with a Falcon nib on it, so it's got a little bit of bounce to it, which is kind of cool. But it is a lot bigger than the little unicorn pen, but it's so sparkly. Anyway, it actually isn't sparkly. It's more just pearly shiny. It should be sparkly, and maybe I can just like coat it in sparkles, but it is filled with things that sparkle. So there's that. So that's mail. I got, I meant to bring my keychain down. I did not bring it down so I could show you the little Haku. Damn it, next time. I did get a cool little toy. This was just from Temu for blowing off resins and customs and things as I'm sanding on it. It's really, really handy because I keep going, and then inevitably you go, and then you breathe in the dust and it's a bad day. So this is a lot better because then I can just go boop, 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 clean it all off. It's happy and it's squishy if I'm stressed. I can just, I don't know. I like little thingies. You might have noticed. It's a thing. He is chilling over there in the middle of the packing area on the cold floor because we had a walk and he was like, that was a lot of work. He was basically in doggy solitary for about a month without being cleared to do outdoor walks and play with other dogs. So he has been doing no exercise, and he's quite out of shape. So there is that. Let's see. Hi, Shay. The operative word here for losing their hasn't lost their heads in the studio yet. So yeah, there's a good portion of the population of plastic ponies here that end up losing their heads. And there will be a tiger lily and a firestorm that lose their head. It's guaranteed. So don't cry. We get no criers here. Because there's always more pretty ponies. I'm just making them more rare for everybody else, which is not a bad thing. It increases their value, right? And I always, almost always, mostly, sometimes put their heads back on, make them better. That is the plan eventually. So yeah, that's one thing. So yeah, it's been good. I have a surprise box that I got in the mail. Well, not surprise. It was a surprise that it had shipped as soon as it did, but it is very cute. So you guys will remember the adorable little dream ponies that I got at Briarfest. So this is the second one because the first one kind of grew legs and walked away. And is hopefully living its best life somewhere. But this one was Casey lovingly shared this one with me because the other one was taken. So I'd contacted it's Northern Enchantment Studio and Mora that make these little dream ponies, and then her awesome Fireheart custom on the front of the cards. So I contacted her, told her about the walking away pony thing, and then asked her if she would be interested in maybe doing some of the little dream ponies for the Medallion Club. So I have 5 of these guys, and I'm not going to fully unpack it, but they are cast and mostly prepped, all ready to go for paint. And I love the purple primer. It's totally a thing. That'll go out randomly in the Medallion Club boxes this month. So if you get a box that has an extra little goodie in it, it will come with Mora's card as well. And then I'll include this information. I only have so many cards to go out with these guys, but I'll include the information in my little write-up that I do every month anyway. And it will show you guys all about her stuff if you want to check her out or follow her, or maybe adopt a little pony of your own, or if you get one in your box and you want a whole bunch of friends for it, because they're super cute. And hopefully she does more sculptures because adorable. She did do another sculpture that she included in the box for me, which was a surprise, and I wasn't aware that she was doing it. It's a little bumblebot. Isn't that the cutest thing? I squeaked so loud, I'm pretty sure everybody in the States heard it. Look at his face, his little badger face marking. So cute. Just a little chunky fuzzbee. I'm really hoping she does more sculptures because she's really good at this. And they're so cute. It was also very, very kind of her. I am very appreciative. A little fine art printies. So now I have a little bumblebutt to go with my Xysis. That's the one that Sasha made me. So They can hang out together. I'm gonna have to have like a little fan arty shelf, and then all the special ponies can go on there because that'll be super cool. So I will tuck these guys away safely. This one will go. So yeah, that's super cool. I'm super excited. Let's see what else we have going on here. So yeah, there'll be 5 people that they will ship randomly in the boxes with, and then we will hopefully people who get them will post because that'll be kind of cool. The newest medallion is going to be really, really cool. I'm working on it now and should have it done, and well, it'll be shipping at the end of the month. So that's going to be really neat. I'm still working on your survey for the People's Choice Medallion Club medallion, which I'm going to make the November, December medallion. So for Christmas, somebody might get the pony that they were looking for me to sculpt for them, which is kind of cool. We don't have any new Briar stuff other than the fact that the Tiger Lily and Firestorms are arriving. They did have somebody put her in tack. Let's see if I can find that quick. I think Sarah Bowman was the one that tacked her up. Western at least. Let me show you something. Dun, da, da, da. If I make it smaller, will it make that bigger? Kind of, sort of, maybe not really. So there's baby. He stands on his little base. I'm going to try a trick because it looks like they might be, some of them are a little harder to put into their bases. I imagine if you heat it in a little bit of warm water, that you can get that little peg to go in a little bit better. I had designed it a different way, but obviously it didn't work in production. So they've swapped it with something that they thought would work better. And then you know how bases can be. That's generally why Briar doesn't like doing bases, because it's hard in production to get them all to fit 100%. A whole bunch of things can go a little bit weird to make that fit either too tight or a little bit too loose. So I'm going to see if heating them up a little bit makes it a little bit better. But he's looking really cute. I love their subtle colors, like the baby colors on the legs. They did a really good job with that. He's so cute in his blankie. Here is Tiger Lily tacked up in English, which is kind of cool. Oops. I can't make that any bigger, can I? Nope. It was like, I'll make it a little bit bigger. So that's kind of fun. She did her, that's not making it better. If I blow it up here, does that make it better? Yeah, a little bit. I think she looks really neat. There's been a few people that say that they think that they're probably going to use her in performance quite a bit. They're saying that her noseband size is a little bit on the smaller side. I did try and make the forelock as out of the way as I could without interrupting the fact that she does have a lot of hair. And then she is a little bit longer just with that tail for shelf space. And then this is her in Western tack, all done up. I think she looks really good in Western. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to close the door. We are not letting the puppy and the iguana go together in the same area unsupervised. So I just closed the door since Nash is down here and Blue decided to jump down out of his house because he has a death wish. He doesn't actually. He's been very assertive with his territory, the lizard, and Nash has been very respectful of that. He's like, I didn't realize that there could be cats that don't have hair. So it's kind of interesting. But Blue was very territorial the second day and then has chilled out. And then now he's getting a little bit more comfortable and wants to explore, but we're still not letting them unsupervised in the same area. So this is her on the other side. And then the 3/4 view. So pretty. She's going to look done up, like really nice done up in like a parade set or all sorts of stuff. She's going to look really good with Blue Zeus too. Yeah, there's a lot of people that mention that. And then there's a lot of people that want a mini already. My best suggestion for you would be to email Briar and let them know you would like one. The full might be a little tricky to do as a mini. I don't know if they could just stick them on a base permanently and just cast them with the base. But definitely let them know what you want to see, because Briar's usually pretty open to checking that stuff out. But yeah, that was kind of their thing. I do really like her in the Western. She's really cool. So it's always very exciting. I really enjoy seeing everybody get them and what their opinions are, and then putting them with different horses and making different setups. I love seeing people do the photography and the dioramas and the storylines. That's so cool. Tacking them up, and then of course repainting and cutting their heads off and resculpting things. So super fun. Should be cool. It'll be really neat to see, because we should start seeing at some point eventually what the releases will be for Briarfest traditionally. And this isn't, they like to switch it up. But traditionally, you would see these guys as a special run for next year's Briarfest, which would be really cool. We'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting to see her in different colors, and I'm assuming that we're going to see that fairly quickly once we start getting people that are repainting them, which is super cool. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do that soon. My box, I'm waiting on it. It takes a lot of patience, and I don't have much of that, but that's okay. I got other things I can paint. So yeah, let's see. Amy says, I can verify. I heard the excited scream all the way in PA. I know, it's a little bumblebutt. The best thing. Realistic or fantasy this month? I'm not going to spoil that just yet, but I will tell you soon. Andrew says, Briar released the Winter Classic Deco this week and the Marin full set. I think I showed them last week because it was hot cocoa, and I can show them anyway, I guess. They're shipping this week. Clicky, 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 clicky. Briar horses coming soon. All right. Yeah, so hot cocoa here, après ski. I mentioned that you can't really see the pattern because they don't show you an unblanketed photo of the pony, but there's definitely pinto markings there. There's one at the top of the neck there at the withers almost, and then under the belly. Hot cocoa here. They do show pictures of hot cocoa without the blanket on, and they are arriving, and people are really liking them because they're really cute. So, and my favorite scruffy mane is on the little pony. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, they did that. What else did we do? Thank you. I think the foal's fun. It's going to open up hopefully some opportunities if the base doesn't cause too many complications for there to be an option for more interesting and energetic poses for foals. I would really like that. You guys can tell that I'm not passionate about crazy dynamic stuff at all. There were other ideas that I'd put out for the foal for posing, and so there is some limitations for what they're able to do and kind of what Briar's comfortable with. I'm going to keep pushing the envelope for you guys, though. That's what I do. I like to make them slightly uncomfortable. It seems like it's like, okay, this is great, but if we did this, this, and that, how would you like that? And then it just becomes a thing. So I'm sure they're like, oh my God, her. Oh, and the new Deco Classic. You're right. Why was that not on there? Oh, here. Apparently we have a Marin full blanket like we did with Fireheart. Well, damn it. Briar, take more of my money. Seriously. So that's new. I didn't see that at all. I was looking at stuff. Where I don't see the classic here. What did they do with it? Ah. can't remember what its name was. Pooh. Its name wasn't Pooh, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let's see, products should be under holiday, I imagine. Pretty ski. Advent calendar. Pony. There's the fantasy classic. We saw this one on preview at Briarfest. It has some really interesting gold tones. That is not white, that is gold. Or like a gold tinted color. It's a very interesting color combination. There's a beanie, there's an opera ski pin, there's mug, there's a ski throw blanket that looks like wrapping paper. These are cute. Golford pillows. Aw. Did they sell out of the classic? Well, they've got the other classic. Freedom Series decorator. Oh yeah, because they don't call them classics anymore. Freedom Series decorator. Ha ha ha! I wonder if they know that that's not showing up on their site properly. So there's the classic Nor'easter, very pretty color. I really like that. I'm having to limit what I'm buying, so I'm trying to be good. But it is a very pretty design, a very pretty color, and on a really pretty mold. So yeah, if you're looking for Nor'easter, apparently you have to actually search for Freedom Series winter decorator or Nor'easter to find it, because it is not listed. Is it listed? It's not listed under holiday, and it's not listed under new. I hate that they're called Freedom Series because my brain wants to default to classic, and then I get confused. Sort by new to old. Briar, you might want to fix that so people can find it and they can buy it. So yeah, it's not listed under Freedom Series either. You got to look it up. So that's a thing that we did. Yeah. Let's see. We need a jumping foal. That would be super fun. Front feet on the ground, hind feet in the air. Scratching foal, laying down foal, sleeping, grazing, all the things. Yeah, so definitely if you want to see something from Briar, like more dynamic foals, then let them know, because the more people that they have reach out and say they want a thing, the more likely they are to be a little bit easier to sway at the bare minimum, and potentially even to produce the thing you're looking for. Hi, Sasha. I was showing off your buddy in the stream because now he's got a little buddy. Bumble butt to go with his ices. Because you have to have pony friends or else they get bored and lonely and sad. So that's the thing. Oh, I'm hoping that this opens the door for people to be doing crazy stuff with Briar, but we'll see how that goes. They like their pretty show ponies with their ears forward and well behaved. They don't like naughty as much, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Hi, Karen. Andrea, maybe they'll we'll be putting it under coming soon. They no longer have coming soon, I don't think. Do they have it coming soon? Because their old coming soon page just goes to that poor, sad dinosaur still. Dun, 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 dun. My Huerosaurus. I don't know what he's called, but yeah, that's it. I don't know. I know. See, if you want naughty ponies, tell Briar, and we will make them make naughty ponies. I will help. So fun. There's also a Marin full set with an ornament that they put up. Oh shoot. There we go. You also have to search that one too. Hold on. See, you can't sell stuff if you don't put it on the thing. This is really cute. So this is Freya and Annika, traditional size Marin full set with an ornament with a cute little baby. I really like the Marabella mold. I also really like the Amber and Ashley molds. which I need for my collection because I don't have them yet. And I might just get the Christmas ones because the Christmas ones are super cute. But yeah, it's really neat that it comes with the little ornament. The baby's really cute with her little blue eyes. Mama's really cute with her blue eyes. And not a bad price. Oh, maybe they bumped them because they're on back order and they just kept the in-stock stuff. I haven't been following the port stuff very closely, but I don't know. I'd imagine that that's going to affect back orders a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look into it and see what more I can find. I've been a little distracted with our pupper. But I would imagine that there's going to be an impact of some sort with the port strikes, and I don't believe that they are resolved yet. Let's see if I can find something quick here. Oh, did it end? Maybe it ended. 3 days. Okay. It would still cause a little bit of a backlog delay. I know that I was seeing some ships show up at Western ports and other ports that weren't closed because the ones were closed. But I obviously haven't been paying attention. So yay! That makes it a little bit easier. Let's see. I'll have to do a deeper dive to be more informed about what the heck's going on. But at least things are moving a little bit. Hopefully people got what they needed. Let's see. Love the Foals. I love those little sculptures by Kathleen Moody too, and then her little naughty pony with Santa. Favorite thing. The fine print says the Marin Full and the Classic are supposed to start shipping this week. Oh, cool. So they're back ordered. They'll probably bump them up onto their pages once they have things in stock. If it's back ordered and they're waiting for these things to arrive, then that would be the logical thing to do. You maybe don't put them up for sale just yet because then you'll get emails from people saying, "Where's my horse?" And it's a whole bunch of extra work. There's a whole background to all of these sales things that is very challenging. And then companies are usually good at some stuff and not good at other stuff. But that is stuff. I was showing off your cute little ponies and letting people know that they're hopefully going to be lucky enough to maybe get one of the 5 in their boxes. And if not, they will know where to go to find more because they're cool. Very appreciative. The little bubble butt is the cutest thing. I was saying that I'm sure everybody in the world heard me squeal when I opened the box. Then I'm like, I got the stream. I got to show phone stream. And then, yes, so I will send you an email soon. Very excited. So yeah, what else do we got going on? Ports open, Marin Full set. Sasha says hi. My brain is fried. I have fresh air poisoning from having to take the dogs on walks. Or dog on walk. I can't get my plurals right. They're in the wrong spaces. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else new that I can talk about just yet. But I'm working on stuff for the November sale. It's again going to be mid-ish November is what I'm aiming for. And I'm working hard to get some things done for molds and all excited. And if things have to trickle out a little bit after that, then we will deal with that later. All the orders that I have are pretty well all caught up. So anybody placing an order for I think for Bitty Biter, we're looking at late November for those ones shipping if you're placing an order now, for a paid in full and then time payments as you pay them off. The Nokis and Ruffles are Ruffles. Da, 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 da. These guys might be available in the sale in November because they're pretty close to done. So these guys, if you wanted to grab one, paid in full orders are shipping basically right away. I'm all caught up on those almost, or I will be by Tuesday because it is Canadian Thanksgiving, so we don't have anything open on Monday or today, really. And then Time payments, those are open till the end of the month. Both of the, or all three of the editions. Pardon me. There's going to be more than that. All three of the editions are open till the 31st, so you can place a time payment order on the 31st if you wanted to. So we still have 2 more weeks for that, or like almost 3 weeks. They will be, how is Bombas? Bombas, I'm working on to get him done for the November sale. So that is the one that I'm working the hardest on, trying to make sure that he meets the deadline so that we can get molds made. I think we need to upgrade our pressure caster because he's big, too big to fit in the pressure pots that we have currently. Oops. So that is the plan. We will see how that goes. The traditional release might be the one that gets delayed. So we'll see how that goes. But I would be planning on Bombas and then a couple of painted pieces, and then we will see when the traditional one ends up doing a thing. Because I'm thinking now that one might be maybe a early next year kind of dealy, and then that'll give you guys time to rest up a little bit, and that'll give me time to make it the way I want it, because it's being a little naughty right now. I put the little naughty fold juju out there, and that's messing with my horse brain apparently. But I do really like that we're gonna have some cool stuff coming out. So yeah, let's see what else we got. So many pretty ponies. I know. I like little golden ponies. I'm enjoying myself. Looks like Harder and Steinbeck are shipping their new Infinity airbrushes. So we'll get to see reviews on those. I've been talking about those a little bit because the two that I have are both the older version of the Infinity. You can see my little airbrush cart with all my stuff on it. So like airbrush base, but with pigments on top is kind of how I did that. Hopefully I'll be able to get into more of the tutorials and stuff. We are into the final couple of the biters that are going out, which is exciting. They are still to the bitter end. Naughty. You can see one naughty girl screaming right there because that's what they do. There might also be the potential for a couple of customized of the bigger taters. So I have one of these guys that I've done up with a more traditional banded mane, and that will be available as a one-of-a-kind, one that I'll put up for offers. And then I have a couple of hair plans to do as kind of one-of-a-kinds. Back in the day, Stacey Tomlinson did that a few times with, like, Scarlett. Had different hair options, and she did it with a couple of her sculptures, and I really liked that because it was kind of fun. You get the option of getting something that's a little bit customized and unique from the artist that is different from the full edition, because I don't want to do a whole bunch more runs of the same. That'll kind of give it a little bit more of something interesting, and somebody gets something that's a little bit neat. I like it. Naughty ponies. Ruffles is adorable. I want Bitty Biter, hoping to be able to snag them before we're gone. Hopefully it works out. I tried to make the like Scarlet Tinkerbell. Yes, there you go. I tried to make the ordering window big enough. And then with time payments, it's 5 months. So you have 5 months to pay off the balances. If for whatever reason you wanted to buy one of each or a couple and the deposits are a problem, just send me an email and let me know. I might be able to wiggle something out and make something work for you. So I don't mind being a little bit flexible. I've had people that have asked about the time period and other things, and just let me know. Send me an email. Worst that I can say is that it doesn't work, but you never know. Might work. Let's see. Karen says my Ruffles is now black. Hoping to finish. Yeah, I'm glad it arrived in time for you to get it hopefully done for the show. That'll be kind of cool. What else do we get? And then the Bombuses will be really fun getting them out there. And I do have a couple of ponies sent out to people as kind of a tester run of the artist's painting program. You should see those in the next little bit. When they show up, I will post them, and then I'll post more public information because I do kind of want to open it up to more public stuff. I'm just testing out some some stuff with people that I have more familiarity with, and then we'll open it up a little bit more publicly going forward. So that is exciting too. And maybe I'll find something with a customizer and work with somebody that wants to cut heads off too. What? So fun. I'm going to see how available and awesome I can make this for everybody. So let's see. Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure to do the pony thing. This is the coolest job. I'm very beyond blessed to be able to do this for a living and make people happy with ponies. Hopefully I can keep doing more of it. Hopefully you're excited about my newest releases that are coming up. Bombas, I know everybody's very excited for, so it'll be very cool. I'm very, very excited. Alrighty, on that note, let's see if I can get Nash over to say goodbye to everybody. Nash. Nash, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. He's like, I'm more lazy than I am excited. Nash, come. Come here. He's like, I've got really long legs and it takes a lot of energy to make myself stand up and lay down. Good boy. A cookie? It's like the... And these are the ones that he really likes too. But it's like the softest cookie taking. And he's going to go take it back to his bed. So he says bye and hi. So you'll see him more in the streams, hanging out, chilling, being awesome. But he's such a good boy. Like, you didn't hear him do anything. So I'm very excited. It'll be very cool. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I just enjoy doing what I'm doing and love making horses and love making people happy with horses. Because I know there's a long time in my life where I couldn't have them, and briars were my only option and resins. And it's so fun to be able to take that love of horses and be able to be creative with it, whether that's painting or stickers or tack or dioramas, photography, breed pedigrees, storylines, even just learning more about horses, because my brain loves that sort of thing when I can deep dive into all sorts of breeds and different things that you can do with them, like performance-wise and how to move their bodies. And it's just the coolest thing. Plus, they're like healing magic on top of it, which is, you can't beat that. It's very cool. There's something special about them, and it's kind of a neat niche and neat vibe. So very cool. Julie's saying, I see you have a 3D printer. How do you find the 3D printed? Or do you find 3D prints are any different than poured resin? They are. The 3D prints, it's a different kind of material. It's a different kind of process. And we're still working out all the kinks. These are Form 3 printers by Formlabs, a little bit different than the DLP printers, which are like an LCD screen. Those ones are getting a lot more rapid testing, especially with hobby type things. A lot of tabletop gamers are using them. So you're getting rapid evolution of those platforms. Whereas the Form 3, it has a laser, which is technically a better technology, but it's evolving a little bit slower, and their whole ecosystem is more closed, like something like Apple, where the software is kind of more proprietary and not as open. The system is more expensive, so it's harder for them to kind of evolve and people to buy it and play around with it. Whereas the desktop ones are a little bit, or the DLP ones are a little bit cheaper. So people are buying them more frequently and using them and posting about them. You can look into the MSDS sheets and the material specifics of each of them. Technically, the resin from these is supposed to be stronger, but I think the process changes it a little bit. Depends on how they're cured. It depends on how they're washed. That's like a whole video into itself. And then each of the different kinds of resins for the different kinds of printers is different. It's not something that we can 100% cover today, but I would say that they are different. The little printers for something that's smaller, it's a little bit, your resin prints are going to break if you drop them too. The amount of ears and things I've broken off of stablemates in my day, oh my God, or even traditionals, it's ridiculous. So droppability isn't great with either type of material. The polyurethanes seem to have a little bit more flexibility to them naturally, but like I said, it's a little bit of a hard topic to cover in one question on a stream versus like a whole series of videos and all the crazy stuff. Kelly Seeley did do a really good post about it. She is on Facebook under Kelly Studio, I think. Kelly's Studio. I will show you on here. She did a post way back about the material technology and how that works. I still prefer the resin prints for some things like little micros. I don't like pewter personally, especially for smaller legs, just because it can bend. So you're getting your pros and your cons with all the things. If you drop something resin, 3D printed or otherwise, it's probably going to break or bend. It's kind of hard. And then if you get the ones that are a little bit more flexible, you're getting something like a little micro, like these guys, and you can actually bend paint right off of their legs because they're so flexible. And they can sometimes be a little bit finicky because there's usually a softener in the plastic that makes them bendy. So you can't use all types of primers, and sometimes some sealers can react. So like I said, pros and cons for all the different methods. Kind of depends on what you're up to. I would do a whole bunch of digging, check out Kelly's post about 3D prints, and see where you go from there. The thicker the legs, generally, the more sturdy they are. It takes a fair amount of force to break these. And then we wire reinforced legs generally in the hobby just so that if something breaks, it's not going to go flying. Ears are another case. But yeah, these can take a fair amount of punishment before they actually break off. But if you drop them, they might break. Just like any little guys or big guys. Same thing. Let's see. Oh, you guys, you're saying all the nice things in the chat. Thank you. Sherry saying, number one, every show. Number one show I go to, upbeat with everyone. Thank you. You guys are very sweet. The amount of bend surprising. Well, most people aren't going to bend their horse because they're afraid it's going to break. And then repeated stuff like that will eventually weaken the material and it will break. Just like with pewter, because it's metal, we're going to go into like a science lesson here before I leave. With pewter, because it's metal, there is a certain breaking point. So one thing Lynn Fraley does that's really cool is she'll take you in her workshop and she'll say, take a piece of wire and keep bending it in the same spot until it reaches its breaking point, because you're causing a change to the actual material that weakens it over time. So eventually there's only so many times you can bend it before it breaks. And that's just part of metal. I don't know that there really is a way to get around it. The pewters will do that if you do it too many times. So you kind of have to be mindful of that. And then we use, in the big traditionals, it's a welding wire. So it is not going anywhere anytime soon. These little guys have a softer, smaller wire, basically just to hold it, give a little bit of stability, absorb some of the shock, and keep your leg from flying across the room and going missing. But if you were to take a leg and keep moving it forever, you would break it. But it doesn't take actually that many bends before it can break. So if it's repeatedly moving, it's going to weaken that particular part. So just be mindful with your minis, that you're cognizant that that is a thing, because it's something that can be a little harder. And then when you've broken a piece of the metal, it can be a little bit harder to fix because it will sometimes distort it, and it's not as easy to repair as the resin is. And I like resin because I can customize it easier. Pewters, it's harder for me to rip their heads off and their manes off and things like that, because the pewter it's not as nice to work with as resin. But I just find it my own personal preference. Let's see. Chris says, just got on your live. Probably covered this already, but have the ready to ship biters shipped yet? They are being worked on right now. Jen and Tom were sick for a couple weeks, so I think the last of those. Let me just check. The last of those shipped this week, and then we're into people that purchase them afterwards. So they were sick. We had them cast and ready to go, but it's taken a little bit of time to get caught up with all the orders that they had while they were off for the 2 weeks. So anybody that had a paid in full order, I did email with the timeline of when that was going to ship. So the 3 outstanding ones will ship this week. And then everybody else that was a paid in full order that made deposits, those ones are shipping after that. And I will be contacting people to let them know about when that looks like. And then I think we're, like I said, into late November for ones that are ordered now as paid in full. And then time payments are also open. So that's kind of what those editions are looking like. Let's see. Julia's saying that's probably why I won't have minis, because I will 100% drop and break them. You got to be careful. There's so many horses that I've painted and they've been like painted, last markings or sealer, or going to photograph them and I knock them over and break a leg off or break an ear off. It was totally a thing for a while. So yeah, getting into painting, I'm sure I'll get into more of that. And I do have a whole bunch of Maggie's pewter micros, because I was in the club for a couple years, that I've saved up that I want to customize. So I will force myself to customize the pewter. It is different. I'll maybe do some videos on how that works. I would like to be doing more of the videos and the tutorials and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Cool. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. We've got a very sleepy puppy. He's like the best. Apparently the giant breeds will sleep for like 18 hours a day. So it actually gives me a lot of working time to do what I need to do. And then my little breaks when he's like, okay, I gotta move my body, gotta go pee. I would like to eat. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. All right. So on that note, I will let you guys go. I did have one more thing to show you. I'll show you really quick. I did honey infusions for anybody that's been following my food journeys. You can see how thin that is. This is basil honey. I've done cherry honey, and yes, it is in a little bee jar because I can't help myself. Little ball bee jar. It was a limited edition jar, and I was like, I'm putting my honey in it because yeah, it does taste like basil. I did cherry honey, which tastes like cherries. And I did a lemon balm honey, which tastes like lemon balm. So I'm going to have the most delicious teas over the winter. I'm so excited. And then any like healing, medicinal, therapeutic properties that were in the herbs transfer into the honey. So you basically just put the herbs in there, let it do its thing. Some of them get thinner. The lemon balm one isn't very thin. The cherry one is super thin. And this one's kind of moderately thin. And they'll probably crystallize over time because it was raw honey, but should be good. I'm excited. Should be awesome. Life is good, especially when it gets into like spoopy fall, wonderful season and everything needs to be warm. I'm wearing my hoodie, can have hot tea. It's going to be delightful. Alrighty, well, I will let you guys go. I will maybe have some more information about the Medallion Club for hints and peeks for the next time. I won't be doing proper peeks until kind of the week before. So we still have 2 weeks to go before that, technically. So maybe it'll be like Halloween stream weekend. So the first, yeah, I'll start peaking it probably the last week of October. And then once we get into the stream on the 3rd of November, then I will be able to do the big reveal. People should be getting their boxes shortly after that, which will be good. And then hopefully people will be getting cute little dream ponies. Well, 5 people will be getting cute little dream ponies. And then you'll have to show me painted ones. And then maybe some more stuff about the sale coming up. So, all right. On that note, I love you guys. I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me and being awesome and supporting the pupper. He's going to be checking all the boxes and making sure they go out with extra love. So, be so cool. Alrighty. Love you guys. See you next time. And don't feed trolls. If there's any trolls stalking the stream or in the chat, we don't